When taking an accounting multiple choice test, it's very important that you are prepared. Accounting concepts build, so you must stay up to date on all of your readings and your assignments. Concentrate on the why behind the processes. You cannot memorize every transaction. Ask yourself, is it logical when approaching your questions? Read the directions very carefully and consider, is this test timed? If so, make sure that you plan your time accordingly. Multiple choice tests are not made to be easier. They are not intended to be multiple guess tests. So remember, there's only one best answer. So choose wisely. Skip questions you don't know and come back to them later. You might get clues as you complete the other test questions. So first, let's look at some specific accounting multiple choice questions and let's practice. Read each question carefully. Some questions are reversed. For example, like this one asks you which one is not the correct choice. Use concepts that you know to eliminate answers. You know that liabilities end with the word payable. Therefore, eliminate option A and D as the correct answer because these accounts are actually liabilities. If accounts payable is a liability, then accounts receivable would logically not be a liability and therefore it must be the answer. But wait, you should read all of the answers before you make your final decision. You also know that unearned revenue is the only liability that does not end with the word payable. Unearned revenue is a liability, therefore, yes, the answer is B. Accounts receivable is not a liability. Work the problem first and then find the right answer among all of the choices. Read the question carefully, write down the journal transaction on paper and look for the answer that you wrote down. Is it one of these options? You could also use elimination. You know that when cash is paid out, cash has to be the credit, and therefore your answer has to be A or B. After reading the question again, based on the keyword salaries, you would choose letter A. Look for keywords. If a question talks about charging customers or clients or sales, says this, highlight sale of services on credit. On the answer has to have accounts receivable in it, not accounts payable. Accounts payable deals with vendors and suppliers. Then consider normal balances and increases and decreases. Taking into account these keywords, you see that the answer is D. Revenue increases with a credit. You may be asked to apply a concept and work through a problem. You know that the accounting equation is assets equals liability plus equity. So you need to apply this knowledge using numbers. Work through the problem and find the answer among the choices. You see from this question that some questions are meant to make you think a little deeper. You would think about the accounting equation, assets, 155,000 equals liabilities, 60,000 plus equity, which you don't know yet. You need to solve for the missing number in order to find the correct answer. Remember, when you take an accounting multiple choice test, you should read carefully, eliminate answers, read all of the answers before you make a decision, and look for keywords and work the problem first before you look for an answer. By keeping these key points in mind, you'll be prepared for a successful test-taking experience.